For you today is Merrily We Roll Along. Ready? Yeah. Together playing, and it sounds really beautiful. When we got the recorders back in January, I do have to say it was a little bit challenging. If you can imagine, with 20 to 30 kids at one time, all with noisemakers that are really, really fun. But they were really, really good with listening and responding and following expectations. So all of that hard work is going to be up on stage for you today. Our next song is Hot Cross Buns, where the students were able to play a melody and a descant, which is a harmony onto the main thing. So the next song is Hot Cross Buns. Is Eau Claire de la Luna. We used to learn a repeat sign, so we added in a repeat sign to this song, which means go back and play it at the beginning. This one is Go Tell Aunt Rhody. barley grow. Boys and girls on stage. I want to remind you that we're performing. Thank you. Play a little trick on the kids, but there's a story that goes along with it. So I have some student singers that are going to come up to help me tell the story. If you were chosen to come and sing one of the parts, I have the parts up here. So if you were, so I have some from UMA. Then we're going to sing the parts for Skin and Bones. 1, 2. Ariel, Avery, and then Miss Simon's class. Did we get to pick somebody?
Avery.
Okay, Ariel. And Miss Dora's class, did we get to pick somebody?
No.
Okay. Josh. Okay. Into the lineup. In the straightest line. I'll have to. A class full of kids, and I'm playing the song and singing along, and then I scare them. It's nice. Okay, we have one more song for you today before we bring on the band. And that song is called B-A-G-E Blues. stand up, so any parents and your kids in the back row, you can take a quick picture. Anybody in the back row? Amani, Kalan, Kyle, just quick picture. Swayze. 3, 2, 1. Okay, next row, stand up. 3, 2, 1. Next row, stand up. 3, 2, 1. Next row. 3, 2, 1. Second row. 3, 2, 1. First row, stand up. Okay, sit down. Let's hear it one more time for the 4th grade recorders. Alrighty. On stage is the 2025 Steenland 5th grade band. For any 4th graders that are in the audience, I wanted to show you, so they were sitting where you are right now a year ago, and they had the opportunity to choose an instrument to play for the band in 5th grade. Roseville is so amazing to give this opportunity to 5th graders because most bands will start in middle school, but all these students on the stage have had the opportunity to try a real band instrument. So 5th graders have the option of choosing the flute, so if you play the flute, can you hold it up? The clarinet, like the Squidward. They have trumpets in the brass family. We have one student on French horn. Yeah, hold it on the side so they can see the curly part. Yeah. We also have saxophone available, but also we had trombones. Wah-wah instrument, and then the baritone for finish off our brass family. And then if students really display trustworthy behavior, because percussion sits the farthest back from the teacher, and they have a lot more opportunity than, giving a kid 2 sticks and stuff to hit. So it takes a lot of responsibility, but they also can choose percussion. So we have our percussion section back there. And all of the students have the opportunity to sign up for 6th grade band with either Mr. Jensen at Steenland or Mr. Hill at Roseville Middle School, who are excellent educators. So without further ado, we're going to put on our little performance for you. I'm going to be in the back playing bass drum with the percussionists. The best bands don't need someone in front of them waving their hands all the time. So I'm going to be in the back, and they're going to show everything that we've been working all year on. They've been working really, really hard. So I'm going to grab my bass drum, and we're going to start with Mozart Melody. So you might hear a couple of different parts when the woodwinds versus A and B play, because we divided those parts. This is London Bridge. that has a really, really big and scary fish. This song is called Shark Attack. Popular song. It is called We Will Rock You. One of the most difficult ones that we prepared because of the split parts. This one is called Old MacDonald Had a Band. Number 56. That we have, so that takes a lot of endurance to be able to play that. Okay, the next one that we have is called Hey Ho, Nobody's Home, and I was telling the students I apologize. It was an old folk song about a plague time, and I said maybe sometimes when we play, a spirit will make a curtain move, or the flag will slightly wave in the breeze. But this one is called Hey Ho, Nobody's Home. Blues. But wait, there's more. The students wanted to play one more song for you that wasn't a part of our original plan. It was number 10, like the hardest one on a list of songs that I printed out for them. And it's called Seven Nation Army. So we're going to play that one as our encore. Thank you so much for being here today to support your kid. I know it means so much for them to see you in the audience. And please support them going on into music. It's the best way to make friends. It keeps them doing something that involves both sides of their brain to make them smarter. Can't say enough great things about band and music in Roseville. Thank you again for coming. This is Seven Nation Army. Pack it all up, but again, thank you for coming to our 2025 instrumental music concert.